back down the fly, tabling another trade, this time between the Vegas Golden Knights and the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers do acquire a little bit more of that toughness that they have been looking for and they've been lacking over the last few years, picking up Reaves in exchange for a 2022 third round selection. Overall, it's a big trade. I think it's a really good trade for the Rangers. Obviously, they were lacking it, especially with the whole Panarin-Wilson incident. They did not really have anybody that could step up and kind of ring the bell. So I think Reaves being that kind of player will really help them in the long run. And also having someone that's not just there to fight but can also actually play some hockey, I think it's a big deal for them. And I think in the end it's sort of a Tom Wilson repellent in a way. And then for the Vegas Golden Knights acquiring a third round pick for him, I think is a really good pickup. I think they could have definitely gotten a lot worse for Reaves, although I don't think they would have traded him if they got anything less. But overall, I think it's a good pickup for the Knights as well. I think that third round pick is a lot better of a return than Reaves. But to the Rangers, that Reaves is a lot more worth in terms instead of the third round pick. Overall, once again, I think between the two, the Rangers acquire a little bit of that size. So I think he'll probably play third line, fourth line. But he will be there to ring the bell, especially when there's a fight or whenever there's some kind of incident in the game or some kind of testy situations. I think in the end, Reaves will be the guy to ring the bell, and I think it kind of helps the Rangers in that respect. Obviously, they are sort of a more skilled team, so I think that little bit of grittiness and toughness will go a long way in New York, and I think the fans really start to like him, especially when he goes after a player like Tom Wilson. Obviously, playing in the same division, Metropolitan. I think they will be at it quite a bit, and I think there will be a lot of fights between the two, especially right off the top. At the start of the season, everybody's ready and everybody's going. So I think in general, it's a great deal for the Rangers, and then as I said, for the Knights, getting a third round pick out of him. Obviously, I don't believe he's worth that, but I think in the end, getting a third round pick was well worth losing a guy like a Reaves, especially on a team like Vegas, where they're trying to go on a cup run. I think Reaves would have been a really good guy for them, but in the end, obviously getting a third round pick is more valuable than getting a guy like Reaves. I believe that at least. So both sides, I think, really did do well in this trade. Obviously, it was mutual win, I think, for both sides, and they both did what they needed to. With that, I will grade them. I think the Rangers did get an A. Obviously, picking up size, it's hard to find size and skill in the same spot, and I think Reaves is a big kind of contributor for that. I think he kind of benefits both sides, and obviously, with the lack of toughness on the Rangers right now, I think it's a really good pickup for them, and I think in the end, I think he will be a well-known staple in New York, and I think with that. This trade will be a big trade in the end, and I think if they can re-sign him, I think without a doubt this will be a really winnable trade for the Rangers. Obviously, he is carrying a $1.75 million cap hit, so nothing crazy, no big contract there. But I think with that, he is worth his contract in the end. He will fight a lot, and because of that, I think he's worth that kind of extra money, although most guys would say he's a league-min player. But I think in the end, with the toughness, with the leadership he kind of brings, he'll be well worth that $1.75. And then for the Vegas Golden Knights, I'm also going to give them an A. They got a lot out of Reaves. I think without a doubt he was one of their better sort of players. Not in terms of skill as much as reliability. And I think they are going to start to miss him, especially as they go down the line in the playoffs. But in the end, I think the third round pick will be a lot better than Reaves will be and will ever be for the Knights. So I think with that, they both deserve A's in this trade. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you liked it, drop a like for your likes, consider subscribing. Tell all your friends, or leave a comment down below your thoughts on the trade. Until next time, see ya.